G'day, 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 you legends out there in YouTube land. Hope you're all doing very well. This is your favorite internet sensation, LuzrBum, back in the house with some quality content for all of you. Today, some more internet stuff. We've been doing a bit of Google. The other part, when you're searching things on the internet, which you always wind up with, is Wikipedia. So let's go over and look at Wikipedia. If I go up there. What is it? It's an encyclopedia. It's an online encyclopedia, so a website. Think of a gigantic book where people have been trying to write down everything that we humans know about stuff. So there's an article about bread. Let's have a look. Yep, you type in bread, and here we go. Here's a ton of things that we know about bread. And it's like, you know, everything. What is it? What's the history? There's an entire article just about the history of bread going past the years, etc., etc. So again, the attempt to write everything down that we know, put it online so people can read it, and it's always cross-linked. When you read Wikipedia, when you have these blue lines, blue words, underlined words, these are links to other articles, right? So yes, bread is made of wheat. Oh, I want to know about wheat. Oh, wheat is a grass. Okay, yeah, well, it's grass. Yep. And it has a seed, and then we have the article for seed, so you can surf your way through it. Before I carry on, so Wikipedia is free. They don't do it for the money. They don't sell the articles. I actually donate a little bit of my millions of dollars in YouTube revenue every year. You should think about doing that too. So the quality of stuff on Wikipedia is pretty good, but, and there's a gigantic but, and I'm looking at you school children and university people, right? You cannot take just Wikipedia as the source for if you're writing an essay or researching something, because anybody can change this, right? Let me see. Here, edit, right? On every page, there's an edit button. I can go edit, and I can, exactly, it wants to, I have to have a login. Oh no, I don't even need a login. I could edit here right away. See, here is the article. This is what it looks like in editing mode. These brackets and all of the other things is how you do hyperlinks and pictures, etc. inside the article, but I could go in here and change the article. So it's not like a book where somebody wrote it down, somebody else checked, yes, that's correct, and now it's unchangeable. Wikipedia is changeable, it's mutable. So we're not going to do that, we're not going to change it. So yeah, it's pretty good, but you should always go, if it's something important, you should go find other sources and cross-check and see if you can find more than one place. And people have put real rubbish in Wikipedia, right? They put nonsense site. It's called Wikipedia vandalism. And what we have at the bottom here is references. So in the article, if they say something like, oh, this is this, and they claim something, and it has this little number behind, then you go down here to the references, and it'll say, well, this text is not something I made up and just wrote in here. It's actually from this very particular book. In this case, it's a Bible, but it could be from an internet article, from a newspaper, from an actual book, or from another encyclopedia. So, yep, that's that. Oh, and you notice in the reference and elsewhere, if a link has this little arrow thing behind it, that means it's an external link. It's going to take you outside of Wikipedia. That's their way of saying, hey, you're now leaving Wikipedia zone. You're going to the dirty, dirty places on the internet where people can be really toxic. And yeah, it's not our problem anymore. But so very open that way. And what I wanted to do today, and I accidentally already started doing it, you can totally do Wikipedia surfing. So how do we even start here? Why am I looking at an article about seed, or maybe an article about pollen? Well, if I'd done it with a internet search history, I can say, okay, pollen. Oh, pollen is because of seeds. Oh, seeds is because of wheat. Oh, wheat is because of the history of bread. Oh, and bread was because I was explaining in Wikipedia to you. So that's called Wikipedia surfing or Wikipedia binging. Yeah, where you just hop from article to article to article and see where it takes you. Now, you got to watch out for that, because you might get stuck, right? In English, there's almost 6 million articles. Maybe next time I'll run the numbers, but imagine you managed to read the entire page in 1 second. That's still 6 million seconds. It would mean that you would need to read at incredible speed for your entire life and not do anything else, and you still haven't finished it. I was surprised. German is number 2, right? So it exists in many different languages. That's actually reflected in their logo. This is the Wikipedia logo, which is almost as cool as the LuzrBum logo down there. And one day there'll be 2 t-shirts with the LuzrBum logo down there, which is even cooler than the Wikipedia logo. Maybe we'll make t-shirts. Anyway, so 2000 2 million German, 2 million in French, etc., decreasing. They got tons of languages. The list is like quite impressive. Anyway, let's binge. What's another word? Bum. I don't want to type in loser, but let's try bum. And this is cool. This is a disambiguation page. So they're saying that bum can mean many things. It can mean the buttocks, the backside, down there. It can be a lazy person. Hey, you lazy bum. It can be a homeless person. And all of these are slang words. Or you can use it as a verb. It's like, hey, can I bum a cigarette? Or can I bum $5 or something from you, mate? Apparently there are places called bum in Afghanistan and somewhere in Africa. And there are people called Bum. A businessman. Here we go. Let's see. Bum Bright. Bum Bright was an American businessman. He was the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. I guess, okay, he was a Texas guy who made a lot of money. Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys, an American football team. See, I knew they were American, and I knew they were from Dallas, but I wasn't sure if it was football or baseball. I should know because I've actually been inside their stadium once, but that's neither here nor there. So how do we break out of this? Because now we're deep in football stuff. Here, South, boom. The South. Okay, the South is not just the South as in the South. This is the southern United States. There are different places in America or different cultural reasons in the South. They're different from the North. They had a war against each other, also a civil war inside the country 200-300 years ago. And what else they have? Yes, they had segregation in America, so where the black people and the white people couldn't be together anymore. And, you know, that's just depressing. Like, see, from cowboys, I'm already in segregation and crime. And let's go to Montgomery, Alabama. Alabama is, we're still going to be in thing. County seat. County seat is much cooler. A county seat you have in America. In America, like, cities and things are grouped into small organizational units that are fairly small. They only have, like, sometimes 20 or 30,000 people. But they have a county seat where you have, like, the county courthouse and the county thing or whatever, and it's the capital city. So instead of being the capital city of a country like Washington DC in America, Paris, France, London, UK, Berlin, Germany, and Canberra, Australia. You bet you didn't know that. What's the capital of Australia? Canberra. Nobody knows Canberra. Everybody knows Sydney, maybe a bit of Melbourne, and if you're in trouble, then it's Christchurch because that's in New Zealand. I wonder if Melbourne's in New Zealand. Oh fuck, I fucked it there. No, because I'm really Australian. I'm totally Australian. Anyway, yep. So a capital city can be for a country, but it can also be for something smaller, like a region or a federal state or whatever. And here, of course, blah, 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 as a form of news media often use the name of the capital city as an alternative name for the country of which it is the capital or the government that is seated there. Relationships between Washington and London. Okay, so they're saying that newspapers or news people on the news, instead of saying, well, the United States have got a problem with the United Kingdom or with England, they'll say Washington has a problem of London. And this is a form of metonymy. Metonymy? I have never heard this word before, and this is why you do Wikipedia surfing, because you wind up in places, there's a word for a word. A metonymy is a figure of speech in which a thing or concept is referred by the name of something closely associated with it. Okay. From the Greek, metonia, a change of name. See, now we're back to the Greek. See, this is Greek script. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Let me see if I can find some examples. List of metonyms. See, that's the other thing you'll find on Wikipedia, some really cool lists. When they have a concept like this, is they make a separate article with examples which you can steal from. Let's see. Pulpit, that's boring. Wall Street. Exactly. So Wall Street is a street in Manhattan in New York. I've been close to there. But when people talk about Wall Street, they don't mean the street itself. It's just that historically on that street, there was a stock exchange where a lot of buying and selling of shares happens. That's the New York Stock Exchange in there. The actual exchange happens not on the street, but in a building. And it doesn't really happen in the building anymore. It happens in computers, which are not necessarily in that building. But when people talk Wall Street, they talk about the American stock market, market where people do sell and buy financial things and whatever. So that's an example of a metonym. From there, let's go a part of Westminster. All of a sudden, we're in Westminster in the UK. And I could go on, and I have done in the past when I was bored and had nothing to do. I've done this for quite a long time. Wikipedia binge. Go watch my article about binge. Also great in this great series. And let's go back. So we got from Westminster is where we landed. From metonyms, the list. Whoops, a daisy. Metonyms, the list. Metonymy as a concept. The capital city as an idea, where we came from the county seat, because we are looking at Montgomery, Alabama, which of course it's associated with racial segregation. And there's Montgomery and Selma, I think. Southern United States. Yep, when you talk about Southern United States, you're definitely talking about thing. And how do you get there? The Dallas Cowboys, because they're sort of in the South. But to be fair, I think Dallas was on the, Texas was, even though it's in the South, they were not the South that lost the Civil War. So we could go binge that some other time. And there we got by Bum Bright. And Bum Bright is just the name of some guy. And they don't even have a picture of him. He just owned the Dallas Cowboys. And we got there because of Bum. There's a South Korean actor called Kim Bum. Maybe I need to go and meet him someday. Oh, isn't he beautiful? Here, me, and there's him down there. Oh, isn't he beautiful? All right, this is LuzrBum. This is Kim Bum. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to tell your friends to like, share, and just subscribe. Leave some comments down there. Tell me if you want more of this, more old television, old computer games. I'll get back to old computer games in the next one. We got plenty of content because this is LuzrBum, and we're going to do a lot of videos before this stuff is over. Peace out, you legends.